BTS's Jin was caught on camera in Jeju, but that's not what kept ARMY quiet. Not because he celebrated the success of his new album, but because of the mysterious figure who accompanied him. Why not another BTS member? Why hide? And who exactly is the person who makes the genie smile when the world questions everything? ARMY splashy. Jin caught celebrating the success of the new album with a mysterious figure in Jeju, a cry, a surprise, and an unexpected one-liner from the genie that silenced all speculation. Is it true that BTS's Jin chose not to celebrate his highest achievement with other BTS members? Is the silence of the Jin a form of old wounds that have never been talked about? Or is there something he's hiding? One truth is now surfacing, and it is not something that can be simply ignored. Jeju has never felt this mysterious. The breeze on the island carries more than just the scent of the sea and spring flowers. That day, in a private villa kept out of the public spotlight, a man stood with blissful eyes, staring at a mobile phone screen displaying shocking news. His album was ranked first in Asia, beating a lineup of major artists from Japan, China, and even India. But what left the world speechless wasn't that ranking. It was who was with him when that moment happened, BTS's Jin, a man who has been known to keep his privacy more than anyone in the K-pop industry, was caught on camera for the first time celebrating a golden moment in his life, not with BTS members, not in Seoul, and not at a big event. Rather quietly, in Jeju, with a mysterious figure, the figure captured by an amateur camera which went viral on platform X and Instagram in just minutes, can be seen sitting side by side with Jin. There were no hugs, no words of love, but there was something in their gazes that made it all feel so personal, so deep, and so inexplicable. The question is, who is he? And why should he? ARMY, who has been following Jin's journey with love and loyalty, is suddenly split into two: those who believe Jin deserves his happiness, and those who feel betrayed by Jin's decision not to share that important moment with the members of BTS. Where's RM? Where's Jimin? Why wasn't Jungkook there when Jin shed happy tears among the sound of Jeju's waves? And further, is this a sign that Jin no longer wants to return to the old dynamics with the other members? Or is it? This is the part of the truth that HYBE has been covering up. It all started with an anonymous post that showed Jin lighting candles on a wooden balcony, wearing a gray hoodie, accompanied by dim lights and the sound of a woman's laughter. Netizens initially thought it was part of a hidden advertisement or promotion, but the glare in his eyes was too honest, too real. That's not acting. It was purely a celebration, and more than that, a personal celebration. A few minutes after the news emerged, HYB's official account actually chose not to provide clarification. And that silence has fueled even hotter speculation. Does HYB know? Or is he hiding something from Jin? Jeju, once known as the escape of celebrities, is now an emotional battleground between reality and hope. Many soldiers could not hide their disappointment. Even in the Weverse community, thousands of comments appeared in a short time, questioning the reason Jin disappeared from the rest of the members precisely on the day when his name dominated the Asian charts. Why not Jungkook? Wrote a fan. We've been waiting for that moment together. But did Jin choose someone else? Ask the others. Does this mean Jin will be leaving BTS slowly? Write other accounts that immediately get thousands of likes in one night. What hurts most for some of the ARMY is not that Jin has someone, but because the moment is too big to celebrate alone. After all the struggles together, after the wounds and tears they went through in their conscription days, why exactly, when the light began to illuminate his path again, Jin chose silence? In the midst of the chaos, a short 7-second video appeared. It is not known who first spread it, but it is clear that the video was taken with a mobile phone remotely. In the video, Jin can be heard saying one sentence as he gazes toward the Jeju Sea, his hands clasping something under his jacket. For this one, I just want to remember who I was before all this started. What does that phrase mean? Is Jin trying to hide his past? Time before BTS? Or is it a message to others? Shortly after the video went viral, some fans did a digital search and discovered that the villa where Jin was seen was not an ordinary villa. The villa was apparently booked in the name of someone with the initials HK, who is not part of Jin's management team. And this is where it all starts to feel like a puzzle too real to ignore. Who is H.K? How could he have access to Jin at a time when so many people, even his group mates, couldn't? Furthermore, one of HYB's former staffers anonymously said that Jin had planned the celebration even before the album's release date. That all this is not spontaneity, not coincidence, but a designed escape. The word escapism is key in this controversy. Why did Jin have to run away? Is the pressure from the label so great that he feels the need to hide his happiness? Or is it that, and this is what makes ARMY's heart tear, he feels that he no longer has a place in the center of BTS's circle? The album Echo of Astral made history. It became the first K-pop solo album to not only top Asia's #1, but also break into the Billboard Global 200 at a pace that broke Jungkook's previous record. But ironically, when the world adored his work, he chose silence and solitude, or maybe not entirely alone. ARMY is now shrouded in curiosity mixed with hurt feelings. They don't know how to feel proud, anxious, angry, or happy. And in the silence of the genie, it appears sound waves that cannot be damned. Not a few began to compare this moment with the behavior of other members when releasing solo works. RM, who celebrated the release of his album with a small party with J-Hope. Jungkook, who was in tears when he received the award and immediately hugged Taehyung. Jimin openly cites Jin as his inspiration. Then, why did Jin choose a different path? Even more curious, after this news came out, Jin's Instagram account actually uploaded a photo of her silhouette facing the sea with a caption, "In this place, I can be nobody and feel everything." Is this a message that he is tired of being BTS's Jin? Or is this the silent protest we've been ignoring? This news is not about an ordinary romance scandal. It's a portrait of someone who celebrates victory, not with pomp, not with open celebration, but with silence, and someone who seems to mean a lot to him. Now, millions of ARMYs around the world are waiting for one thing: explanation. But the big question is, will Jin really talk? Or will let the world guess, like the night in Jeju that keeps too many secrets? Because at exactly 22:49 Korea Standard Time, one official BTS Weverse account uploaded something that not only shook the community, but also revealed a side that the public had never seen before. Not Jin, not the RM, but Jungkook, and the upload, not the words, not the photos, but a song. Unreleased songs. Untitled song. Only audio duration 2 minutes 13 seconds. Uploaded in the form of MP3 files, without any explanation. The title of the upload is only one letter, J. What does that mean? Is that J for Jin? Jungkook? Jeju? Answer? Jimin. But when a song plays, all theories collapse. Because Jungkook's voice sounded so broken, so honest, and most surprising. The lyrics of the song were letters he never sent to Jin. Jungkook's soft voice sings, "I don't know how to say congratulations. If I'm not part of the celebration, then I don't know whether to smile or cry. If I wasn't by your side when you came home." No ARMY could hear that song without trembling. Because for the first time, Jungkook voiced the sense of loss that he had covered with a smile. And more than that, he implies that there is a distance that begins to grow, that a distance that never existed before. A distance that perhaps was invented. Did Jin stay away? Is Jungkook not invited? Or is it about something much deeper? The next day, Weverse was filled with more than 2 million comments from around the world. The hashtag what happened to Jungkook is trending. But HYB, keep quiet. There is no official statement. There is no clarification.
No apologies.
No confession. And like a discanario by an invisible hand, that day a new video appeared that messed everything up. A small YouTube account from France, known to be a big fan of Jin, uploaded a vlog of their trip to Jeju. The video was ordinary: clouds, sea, hotel. Until at the 9th minute of the 44th second, their camera captured 2 silhouettes walking on the beach. One of them is Jin. The other figure, a woman in a white jacket with a pink scarf. They walked hand in hand, their hands touched, and what hurt the most, the genie smiled. It was a smile never seen since he was out of the military. Not a formal smile, not a stage smile, but a smile full of comfort that made the ARMY ask, why not us? Every second of the video was analyzed. Even the Korean fanbase investigation agency verified that the date of the video recording matched the time Jin was in Jeju. Location is also suitable. Even the kind of jacket that the woman wore was once seen being worn by Jin's personal assistant during her last solo concert. And this is when everything explodes. The fans feel lied to, because the army felt forgotten, because all the trust built up over the years collapsed in one night. But more than that, the most unbearable feeling is uncertainty. If Jin is indeed in a relationship, why didn't he say so in the first place? If Jin is crafting his future without 3 days. 3 days of silence, without a trace of Jin on official social media. 3 days of anxiety, speculation, and fear. But the fourth day, the world changed. On the fourth day, Jin suddenly appeared. Not on Instagram, not on Weverse, not on YouTube, but on an old Twitter account that has been inactive for 5 years. A personal account that Jin used to use during his pre-debut, which has long been considered buried by time. Without verification, without a blue tick. But the tweet, which was uploaded at 3:12 KST in the early hours of the morning, immediately spread like an explosion in the middle of the night. I don't know how to go back, if that place isn't my home anymore. One sentence. Millions of meanings. Millions of soldiers were silent reading that. And many refused to believe that it was Jin. But in just a matter of minutes, Jungkook liked the tweet through his Weverse account. And Jimin's comment followed, "Stop talking as if you were alone in this world." And that's when the public came to their senses. This is no coincidence. This is not a promotional strategy. It is not part of the album concept or music teaser. This is a cry of the heart that did not have time to be channeled in any other way. That night, the fandom did not sleep. The hashtag Jin Come Home is trending on Twitter. But there was no answer. Just shut up. And a few hours later, the tweet was deleted. The account is empty again. But the scar was left behind. What exactly happened? Does Jin really feel alienated from his own home? Is BTS no longer home to him? Or is he conditioned to think that he is not needed back? And more than all that, who made him believe he didn't deserve to come back? One anonymous source from the Korean music industry revealed that a few months before Jin completed his military service, there were internal discussions regarding restructuring BTS's position as an active group. Some agencies are said to be focusing more on strengthening individual brands, especially due to solo Jungkook's exploding popularity globally. And reportedly, Jin had felt that he was no longer a top priority. And I ask, this just speculation? Or is this the hidden wound that Jin's smile has been covering all this time? But even before the public could digest all that, another storm came. This time not from Jin, not from Jungkook, but from someone who's never been in a drama this long, Taehyung. Through his personal Instagram, Taehyung uploaded a short story, a painting. Abstract style painting. Black and red dominate. But in its lower right corner, there's a small signature, J, with tear stains printed on the side, and O captions. There is no soundtrack, no hashtags. But the whole world knows this is not just a work of art. This is code. And everyone knows Taehyung never talks to symbols for no reason. Was the painting given by Jin, or is Taehyung trying to reveal the feelings of someone who is speechless? Shortly after the story was uploaded, Jungkook deactivated his Instagram account. Just like that. Without warning. No announcement. Gone. And that very second, the most shocking rumors began to spread. Did Jin and Jungkook fight before Jin's return? No confirmation. No objection. But pieces of evidence are starting to stick. Footage from fans, cameras showed Jin looking down as he walked quickly through the airport, past staff trying to greet him, and audio leaked from his last military training, which showed Jin speaking to an instructor that he wanted to postpone the media meeting because he felt not ready to get back into the spotlight yet. And an old recording from 2023, when Jin said this phrase in an interview, "If one day I come back, and no one is waiting for me on that stage, I will understand. The world goes on." Are all these clues that we have not been aware of? Did the genie anticipate that the world would no longer make room for her? And is Jungkook the one who secretly noticed it first? Because ARMY is starting to remember one moment in 2024, a Jungkook solo concert in Japan. At that time, in the middle of the song Still With You, Jungkook was silent for a long time, looked at the ceiling of the venue, and said, "I hope someone out there knows. I never intended to replace him." Who does he mean? No one knows for sure. Until tonight. Until things start to connect.